SUVs. We all love them, don't we? Especially if they are within our reach. And one of the segments that's really popular is in the rupees 10 to 20 lakh category, where we are often asked which is the best one out there. So we've assembled a very diverse range of SUVs, starting with the latest in the segment, the Honda Elevate, based on the same platform as a Honda City, but with a 1.5 litre petrol engine mated to a continuously variable transmission.
And up against it is the crowd favorite, the Kia Seltos. This has been one of the most popular cars in the segment, and this one right here is the GTX Plus trim, which comes with a 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine married to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. And to spice things up, we have our erstwhile car of the year, the Volkswagen Taigun. This one comes with the 1 litre turbocharged petrol engine mated to the 6-speed torque converter.
So very diverse powertrains, very different take on what a segment should be about. So let's find out which one suits you the best. Welcome to Car and Bike. My name is Girish.
I am Seshan, and before we head ahead in this video, do subscribe to Car and Bike. Do not forget to press that bell icon, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
The Elevate is our new kid on the block. It's fresh, looks bold, and comes with all the classic traits of an SUV. The Seltos, on the other hand, recently received a major facelift along with a slew of new feature additions. It's a lot more premium now and comes with smarter tech that makes it an ideal modern-day SUV. And then we have the Taigun, the oldest one among the lot and yet the most driver-focused SUV. This can be subjective. There is no denying the fact that the recently launched Honda Elevate is the most SUV-ish design you can get. A little bit boxy, squarish, with a wide grille, a high bonnet, and also it is the tallest among the three. In terms of overall dimensions, the Elevate sits somewhere between a Seltos and a Taigun. So you see, the Elevate is not the longest, that would go to the Seltos. The Seltos is the longest and the widest of the trio. The Elevate is the tallest, and the Taigun has the largest wheelbase. The Elevate is almost there as much as the Taigun misses it by just 1 mm. For ground clearance, the Elevate is the best, almost 220 millimeters of ground clearance, much more than both these cars. The Taigun has the largest wheelbase, however it has the smallest boot, so a lot of space has been utilized for the cabin for the passengers. The Elevate sits somewhere in the middle, however it has boot space bigger than the Taigun. All three SUVs come with LED headlights, LED DRLs and connected LED taillights. As for the wheels, the top-line Taigun comes with a set of 17 inches, while the Seltos tops the list with a set of 18-inch alloy wheels in this range-topping GTX Plus trim. All three models also offer roof rails to further add on to their SUV stance. So when it comes to the interiors, Honda has done what Honda does best, that is keep it elegant but keep it simple. It's a little minimalist, everything is functional. It's not exactly what a lot of manufacturers do in terms of trying to pamper its customers. However, thanks to its overall dimensions, which are pretty generous, there's a lot of legroom, there's a lot of headroom, and it feels like a plush cabin in comparison to certain other models that are already on sale. The aim is to try to get the basics right. There are some of the features that you might be missing, and that might be the only dampener in otherwise a fairly decent cabin. The list of creature comforts is also decent. You get a 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, electric sunroof, and connected car technology. The Elevate also comes with advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, as part of Honda sensing, like collision mitigation, lane keep assist, auto high beam, and adaptive cruise control, among others.
Compared to the Elevate, the Seltos' cabin doesn't feel as spacious, and yes, the underthigh support could also have been better. Now, as you can see, this is set to my driving position, but I don't have any issues in terms of knee room and headroom. But yes, the Elevate feels a lot more spacious, and the claustrophobic feeling that you might get is also added by these black interiors, but it makes up for it in terms of creature comforts. The quality and fit and finish is superior. In addition to the aircon vents, you also get the air purifier with virus protection, along with 2 Type-C USB chargers, a sun blind for privacy, and a panoramic sunroof, which adds a lot of premiumness to the cabin.
The Seltos also offers a wide dual screen setup featuring two 10.25-inch infotainment and instrumentation respectively. The system is loaded with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and Kia Connect. You also get ventilated front seats and an 8-speaker surround sound system from Bose. In terms of safety, the Seltos gets 6 airbags, 360-degree view camera, and electric parking brake with auto hold. But more importantly, it gets level 2 advanced driver assistance systems or ADAS with 17 autonomous functions, including front collision warning, avoidance assist, smart cruise control, blind spot monitoring and collision avoidance assist, and rear cross traffic collision warning with collision avoidance assist, among more.
Now, compared to both the Seltos and the Elevate, it is the Taigun that feels the most basic. Yes, it is spacious enough and you get good under-thigh support as well, but what it lacks is the premiumness, the luxury quotient that you get in the Seltos or a bit in the Elevate as well. But it's not bad. You get adjustable headrest for rear passengers, this central armrest, and 2 USB ports over here along with AC vents. But yes, it is a more driver focused car, so most of the features are around the driver. So that is one bit that keeps this back compared to the other 2 cars.
Having said that, the Taigun is not a slouch when it comes to features. You get power adjustable front seats with ventilation function, wireless charger, 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and an electric sunroof. While Volkswagen doesn't offer ADAS, the Taigun does hold a 5-star safety rating from Global NCAP and features like 6 airbags, electronic stability control, multi-collision brakes, rear view camera, and much more. If you love calm, composed driving, the Honda Elevate is just the car for you. By the virtue of the fact that it is a naturally aspirated engine mated to a continuously variable transmission, the acceleration is way more relaxed and comfortable, and you feel that the engine is strained but build up speed slowly and it's pretty smooth. Similarly with the steering wheel, it weighs nicely and you feel very much in control. If you want to keep cruising, this car is just for it. What also helps with a comfortable drive is the suspension. It's perfectly sorted for a country like ours, the kind of roads that we have. In fact, it is definitely better than the other 2 cars that we've tested today. While the design of the Elevate is very SUV-ish, so is the view that you get from the driver's seat. With the high bonnet, pretty flat, you can see the edge of it, and it is typically that you get in any big size SUV, something that you will miss in other crossovers. The Elevate gets a disc brake in front and drums behind. The braking seems to be adequate. At slow speeds, the transmission feels quite convenient. It's only at very high speeds, or if you show some urgency, is when you feel the lack of power or you want quicker transmission. But once you build up speed, this feels pretty planted. For an SUV, that's very important considering that usually they tend to bounce around, but this manages it pretty well and you feel quite confident in a straight line.
Now, compared to the Elevate and the Taigun, it is the Seltos that gets the most number of engine and transmission choices. Now, the one we are driving today is the GTX Plus trim, which comes with a 1.5-litre turbocharged petrol engine. And while this one is a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, you also get an option for the IMT unit. Now, the other engine options on offer include a 1.5-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine, which comes with a 6-speed manual and a IVT transmission, which is CVT of course. Whereas the other option that you don't get in both the other cars is the diesel option. Yes, the Seltos comes with a diesel engine. It is also a 1.5-litre unit, and that is paired with an IMT along with a 6-speed torque converter automatic. So yes, in the Seltos you have multiple engine options to choose from, and yes, a diesel as well. In terms of performance of this engine, we have driven this in the past and we have told you, and this is certainly one of the most engaging engines out there in this segment. Yes, the power delivery, the performance, everything is good. The engine builds up power nicely, and even the transmission is quite slick. It is smooth, and it offers you enough grunt and power to keep you engaging at all times. In terms of ride and handling, yes, the ride quality is pretty good. It is a bit on the softer side, so you might feel that at times it is a bit bouncy, but it is more or less quite comfortable and you will enjoy it. In terms of handling department, it could have been better. Yes, the Taigun is the best that we have among the three. It handles like a charm. The Seltos is decent, but we would wish that it had better handling capabilities, because there are times when you're not as confident as you are in a Taigun. As for the steering feel, it has a nice heft to it, but it lacks feedback, and that is one thing where we felt the Seltos could have been better. As for the braking department, the Seltos comes with disc brakes in all four wheels in this GTX Plus trim, and that is one thing where it has an upper hand over the other two SUVs, because you don't get them even as an option in the Elevate and the Taigun. As for the braking performance, I feel that the brakes lack bite. Yes, the progression is good, and you won't feel any major difference when you're going on lower speeds. But as you move up the speedometer and doing higher numbers, that is when you feel that the brakes do not impart enough confidence to keep going on.
On the road, the Volkswagen Taigun definitely feels the car to have the most fun in. It's aimed at driver engagement, the way the steering is set up, the way the power is delivered. This isn't the most powerful of the trio that we have tested today, but it feels much quicker than what the numbers say. Despite the fact that this is quite a heavy car. What we are driving here is the 1 litre TSI. We also get a 1.5 TSI, which is much more expensive and much more powerful. But even in 1 litre, guys, this car seems to have the power and the torque to match the performance of both the Kia Seltos as well as the Honda Elevate. In fact, this 1 litre petrol engine makes more torque than the 1.5 litre naturally aspirated Elevate. The Taigun is a very agile car. Thanks to its smaller size, it feels much more nimble and easier to handle than its other two rivals that we tested here. The steering is direct, and changing lanes or going around corners is very, very easy. If you love to drive, this car will not disappoint you. If a calm and composed daily driver is what you're looking for in an SUV, then you can't go wrong with the Honda Elevate. But if performance is your poison, I can't think of a better SUV than the Volkswagen Taigun.
Well, agreed, but we have to pick a winner. Which one is that?
Well, if we had to pick a winner, I think that would be, by a very small margin, the Kia Seltos. It gives you the best of all worlds. It's the all-rounder that we're looking for in an SUV.